Good morning, good morning. It's great to stay up late. Good morning to you. Good morning. I'm so glad y'all stopped by. Today we're doing a very quick, easy dinner again, because this is what y'all seem to want me to do. And it's a nice, rainy day. It's a perfect day for this kind of meal. Today we're doing baked tortellini. You don't have to put it in the oven. You can do it on the stove. That's why I'm using my stainless, so it can go. We can take it from here down to there, or just do it up here. It don't matter, because it'll taste the same either way. It will be quicker if you do it on top of the stove. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add my favorite oil. This is a canola. This is canola and garlic oil. See, canola and garlic oil. Very good. Your neighbors, you got the windows open, your neighbors are going to come running when they just smell the oil going. And because it's a garlic infused oil, we're not going to be adding any of the garlic. So the first thing I'm going to do is I've got my Italian sausage. Now you can do this two ways. You can buy it in bulk, which means no casing. You can, well, three ways. You can strip all the casing off of these and crumble them up with no casing, or just cook them with the casing. What I'm going to do is take the casing off. It's real easy. You just split them open and pull, and they'll pull right off. There you go. Just like that. Because I don't want the casing on it. Just like that. And then you just kind of crumble them in here. You know, like that. Just kind of crumble it in there. That's all you want. Just crumbly sausage. And that's all you want. And this is about a pound of sweet Italian. You can use hot Italian. You can use breakfast sausage if you don't like Italian sausage, although I wouldn't recommend it. You can use no meat. This can be totally vegetarian. Again, common sense cooking. Do it the way you like it. We're going to address some things in just a minute. Let's get this started. And while this is cooking, we're going to talk about some other things that, because y'all are some of the nosiest people I've ever seen, man. Ain't nothing get by y'all. We had some beautiful weather here. Yesterday I planted 250 shallots. So pretty, so big. Picked up my sweet potatoes out of the ground. Now's the time. If you got sweet potatoes, you should be able to harvest them. They should be laying mostly on top of the ground or close to the top of the ground like an onion. But if not, just dig around like you do regular taters. Oh shoot. Why didn't y'all tell me? I'm sitting here asphyxiating myself. There we go. It didn't like the first time. Whoo! I'm just sitting here getting all kinds of high. Got Halloween coming. Woohoo! Tomorrow we got rain and ball games. Our grandson is now playing t-ball. That's right, they're 2-0. Go fidget spinners! Woohoo! T-ball. So we'll be doing that tomorrow afternoon, hopefully, all day. We'll have them in the afternoon too, after the game, so that'll be fun. Happy birthday tomorrow to our best friend. Happy 71 to Freddie, Tyler. Best friend in the whole world. Love him to death. Tomorrow's his birthday. And on Sunday, happy birthday to two of the most awesome and amazing children ever. Jordan Esquivel, serving proudly in our Navy in Spain. And his twin sister, Jasmine Esquivel. Just could not be prouder of my two kids, man. They're awesome. They are the most awesome and amazing kids. And awesome parents, too. Those of my grandsons come from those two. And they're just everything we could ever hope for. All right. Put sausage grease on there. Yeah. Now, before we continue further, we're going to let that go a little bit. Excuse me, pardon me. Ah! Back to my handy dandy. Okay, so we're going to let this just brown up a little bit. It's big and chunky. It's not fine like hamburger meat. You don't want it fine. You want big and chunky bites. And see, look, taking the casing off, that didn't take any time at all, did it? Don't like this hard rocket science. We're going to let this brown a little bit before we start adding other stuff to it. So while we're letting that brown, I'm going to answer some questions. Probably the most asked question I get is, what is all that stuff you have in the background over there? Well, I'm going to tell you. Y'all know what this is. It's apple cider vinegar. If you're taking it for health reasons, always make sure it's got the mother. That means it's cloudy. This is baking soda that my husband takes every day. Good for the heart. It's good for circulation. It's good for everything. And this is mine. I take this every day. This is diatomaceous earth. And the health benefits of this are too numerous to mention. I do this in a glass of organic orange juice with a shot of this, milk thistle, B12, and 4 drops of magnesium. Every day, every morning. And if you want to know what it is, if it's good for you or not, how good it is for you, just Google health benefits of DE, capital D, capital E. You'll be amazed what you find out about it. Just to let y'all know, I'm 55 years old. I don't have a problem with that. I am not overweight. And I am a smoker on occasion. Not a religious smoker. Usually smoking when drinking. I am a drinker. And my overall cholesterol is 87. And that's all from the diatomaceous earth. My liver enzymes are lower. They said I've got, I'm talking to you and chopping at the same time. My doctor tells me that I have blood work of somebody in their early to mid 30s, not somebody 55 years old. And in the shape, you know. And it's all due to the milk thistle and the apple cider vinegar and the diatomaceous. What I'm doing right now is I'm kind of rough chopping a zucchini, because we're going to throw zucchini in there. Because I'm a zucchini kind of gal. I thought I had some spinach, but I don't. So, I'm not, if I had spinach, I would be putting spinach in here too, but I don't have any. So, you live and learn. Yeah, I'm using the same knife, but it's all going in the same pot, so that's okay. It's not cross-contamination. Well, it is, but it's not dangerous cross-contamination. These are my favorite thing. One of my favorite things that a kitchen must have. It's a roasted red pepper tapenade. Put as many or as little as you want. You can use fresh peppers. You can use pepperoncinis. That's the red pepper flakes. You can use whatever you want to. I like the roasted red peppers. Use your capers. We're going to use a couple of those. Put in a few of those. If you don't like capers, don't put them in there. If you don't have capers, don't put them in there. A few more. I love capers. And Italian food. I thought I had a thing of artichokes. I would throw artichokes in here too, but I don't. I thought I had one. And we're going to take just some plain white button mushrooms because that's what I have. I prefer baby bellas, but this is what happens when you let your husband go shopping. And he actually had to buy these at the grocery store because we're out of our big bag of mushrooms. About 30 miles from here is a mushroom grower. And they're at all major grocery stores everywhere. And it's a mushroom farm. And huge, big farm. And we get mushroom compost from them that they sell real cheap, like $5 a yard. You can go down there spend $10 and get 2 of those huge black trash bags full of every kind of mushroom you could possibly think of. Serious. And I love mushroom farm. And as long as you keep mushrooms cool and dark, that's why they're in black trash bags, they will last for a long, long time. They don't have to go in the refrigerator. They just need to be cool and dark. Like, don't store them next to the water heater, okay? Because the water heater kicks on and off. Electric or gas, it still puts out heat. You don't want that. And I'm adding mushrooms here. If you wanted to add some onions to it, you could. I'm not going to, but you could. If you wanted to add some black olives, you could. I don't have any, so I'm not. Alright. And then some Italian seasoning. Just dried Italian seasoning. Alright. Just some good shakes. Remember, we've got the garlic is in our oil, so we don't need to add any extra garlic. I'm going to give that a good stir. Give that a good stir. It's cooking up nicely. Oh, that's another thing. Why are some bottles flat and some bottles tilted up? Because they have holes in them, right? And if they're real full and they're tilted up, they will slowly and eventually drip. One fine day. So that's why they sit up like that. For that very reason. Alright. So we're just deglazing with some red wine. What does deglazing mean? Do you remember? Test. Do you remember? Means you're getting all the goodies off the bottom of the pan. That's where all the good stuff is. All the flavors stick to the bottom of your pan. You add a little bit of liquid, and what that does is it loosens it all up. You go through, scrape it out, and you get more goodies. I'm going to add more peppers because I can't even see them. Because I love roasted red peppers. I swore I had some artichokes. I swore I just bought artichokes yesterday, as a matter of fact. I know I did. Oh, no well. No well. We got great news. Yesterday, Jordan, my Navy boy, will be home for Christmas. That's exciting. Now, I've got a can of Italian-style tomatoes, diced tomatoes. And a can of pasta sauce. Now, on your sauces, you'll say, God, she uses sauce out of a can and out of a jar. Well, let me tell you, there's two reasons. One, this was way cheaper. But two, my favorite one that I like is a portobello and onion. And I looked through every one of the jarred sauces. And this one has less sodium, less calories, less fat, and less sugars than all of the others. So, I'm not a snob when it comes to food. I like food that's healthy and tastes good. Okay? It does taste good. I have bought it before. When you do buy jarred sauce or canned sauce, please never buy a meat sauce. Add your own meat. Really? It's sitting on a shelf and it has meat in it. So how many chemicals have been put in that? You know, I'm just saying. Okay, so now you're going to say, ooh, that's soupy. I know it is. I want it that way. Because now we have a bag of tortellinis. These are just cheese tortellinis. Fresh pasta is always better. This is frozen, so I'll just let them thaw out. We're not going to boil them. That's why we have all that liquid. They're going to go straight in. Okay. Alright. And we'll gently make sure they're all coated. Gently. 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 And I'm going to slosh it everywhere like I normally do when y'all are here. Alright, so now I'm going to put the lid on that. And I'm going to turn it down to low for a few minutes. And then we're going to come back and dress it up. How we doing? How we doing? We're doing wonderful here. This doesn't take very long at all. It doesn't take long at all. So now, what we're going to do with it is add cheese. Even though they're stuffed with cheese, there's nothing wrong with more cheese. This is one of my favorites. It's an Italian 3-cheese blend. It's got Parmesan, Romano, and Asiago cheese in it. And those are a perfect blend. I really love Romano cheese. That's one of my favorites. I prefer Romano over Parmesan most days. Most times. And you can't have too much cheese. You just can't do it. There's no such thing. If you think there's too much cheese, then that means there's too much bacon, and then there's something wrong with you. Ain't no such thing either way. You can have too much booze. You can have too much chocolate. Well, okay, that's another one that's kind of debatable. We'll stir that first batch of cheese in. Alright. Then we're going to take the second batch of cheese and put it over the top. Sprinkle it over the top. Don't buy cheese in a can. Please. Always buy shredded cheese. Don't buy cheese in a can, or buy whole cheese and shred your own. That's even cheaper, actually. But, okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw this in the oven for about 15 minutes at 375. Oh, sorry. About 15 minutes at 375. And dinner will be ready for tonight. So, let's just give it about 15 minutes and come back, go out and check on my chickens, and play in the garden, play in the rain, and then we'll see what we got for supper. And there we are, 15 minutes out of the oven, and this is what we got. Baked tortellini. All it needs is a side salad, simple side salad, some, like a Caesar, Romano, Parmesan, maybe a little anchovy, and you're good to go. That's it. So, mangia, which means eat in Italian. Mangia and enjoy. If you like what you see, hit like, subscribe, and share below. And have a great weekend. Go fidget spinners!